great to meet you.
Great to meet you.
You as well. So tell me a little bit more about your story.
Sure. So OpenAirplane is a marketplace for private aviation. We make renting an airplane as easy as renting a car.
Oh, that's a big market, I guess.
About 600,000 pilots in the United States.
Okay.
We launched a year ago with our first 6 locations. We're now in 62 cities around the United States, offering over 200 aircraft available for rent.
And for how long have you been working in this project?
So we started as an idea that just wouldn't die.
Yeah.
And so I worked on it with a partner for about a year and a half, nights and weekends.
Okay.
And
so you were like, you had your corporate job.
Yep.
You were like working on the side. That's
it was
a good
my
way to
side
start
hustle.
Sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, I called it my side hustle. And OpenAirplane started out, it wasn't called OpenAirplane. In fact, we used to tweet about it while we were working at Starbucks or something late into the night. We'd call it Project Awesome. And
that's a good way to get motivated. Let's join for Project Awesome.
Yeah, and people didn't know what it was. It was kind of in
it's
stealth.
A little mystery, yeah.
Yeah, it was about stealth for 7 months. And finally, it really sort of took on a life of its own. I moved into here at 1871, nights and weekends. So instead, it sure beats working at a coffee shop or, trying to find time at home when there's some quiet. So I would do my day job.
Yes.
And then come here and work on it, and then weekends and nights, and it just wouldn't die. So eventually, what started as an idea really just became a company.
And when did you decided, okay, since this is not dying, this is keep progressing, I will have to make a jump, the so-called leap of faith.
Right.
And quit your job and really dedicate full time to your startup.
I made that leap 2 days after we launched the beta.
Oh, wow.
So we launched the beta in June of last year, and my last day at my corporate job was 2 days after we went live with this new service.
And how long did it take for you to realize that maybe a corporate job was not your thing and that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I think
that's a tough decision. It's not that simple.
I think the lines between being an entrepreneur and working in the corporate world are blurring more than ever. I think people that are successful in the corporate world really feel like they are entrepreneurs. They're just doing it within the umbrella of a system or an organization.
They call it intra-entrepreneur as well?
Sometimes,
like that,
yeah.
Like that,
I like that. It really just is up to the individual to decide if this is the passion for them. That means that they're willing to take the risk. They're willing to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you get very uncomfortable as an entrepreneur. Yeah.
And I think the signal there is when you, as a person with your support network of your contacts and your family and your community that you've built around an idea, sort of make it obvious that this requires all your attention.
Yes, that's true. And how is this journey for you? Like, do you feel happier since that you left your corporate job and you're dedicating yourself like to the entrepreneur world? I know this is a tricky question.
It's a good question, though. I like it. I think that being an entrepreneur is a great analog for being bipolar.
That's true.
I can only imagine.
Yes.
But every day is either the best day or it's the worst day, or sometimes it's a little of both in the same day. But there really are the highs and the lows, and you have to learn to be comfortable with that.
That's true.
In order to survive.
And how do you like Chicago as an environment for startups?
It's getting better and better all the time. So raising capital is still tougher than most places on the West Coast, but you've got amazing resources. Places like 1871 are a fabulous place to work. You've got an amazing talent pool that's easier to access than you would, say, on the West Coast, where it's all a fight.
Yeah, over there the competition is much higher. So, yeah.
And I like to say that, Chicago has really great people, and people comment on how awesome the people are in Chicago. And I have a theory on this, and it's that we have a 3-month-long douchebag filter.
Okay, explain to me a little bit more about that.
So 9 months out of the year, you walk out into the streets of Chicago, and it's one of the best places in the world to live.
Yes.
3 months of the year, winter sucks.
Yes, I've heard about it, yes.
And so what happens is the people that can hack winter in Chicago are made of a stuff that you really want as an entrepreneur and as a startup.
They thought, can you adapt to this winter? If you can do that, you can build a startup.
If you can't, you got to move to Miami. I don't know where, but
that's a good
Chicago has an amazing community.
Oh, that's great. Well, thanks a lot for your words of wisdom.
You bet.
And I will pay attention to those who can survive to the Chicago winter.
It's a beautiful day outside today.
Yes, we got to check it out.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you so much.